And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey, this is kind of a cool box cover, right? This Regnum Angelica. It's nice and white. This is the kind of box cover on the shelf you like stop and look at it and like, what is it about? And you can tell it's angels. And I think if you turn it upside down, I don't know. I saw it at at Board Game Geek Con, and I tried to go up and talk to the people, but every time they were busy, so I never had a chance to go over them. But I got a copy of the game, and it's basically two sides fighting each other. Good angels versus bad angels. Although the rulebook has a lot of fluff in it. Oh, the rulebook's also white on the front. And I don't understand it. This is like before a race, and these are angels that are... I'm not even sure why they're fighting. It's really kind of strange. It's not well written either. I read the whole story. I don't normally read the whole stories, but it was just mediocre writing. But anyhow, there's a story, good angels versus bad angels, right? So you have these two decks. One person plays a good angel, the other person plays a bad angel, and you're basically trying to fly into the other person's domain. So think of it almost as a sports game. You're trying to get past them and fly around them and attack each other using a rock, paper, scissors mechanism. Well, let's show you. The first person to get to 35 points is the winner, and you have these little winged markers here to keep track of your points. And you're going to get points by using angels. Now, there's two different sides in the game. These sides, this is a good side and that's the bad side. I think they're good and bad anyway. I'm assuming the white is good. But you have these different angels, and angels are going to be worth a certain number of points if you can take that angel and get them out on the other person's side. Essentially, you're running them down to the other side and dropping them in this spot as they move across the board on this grid here where there are circles. You have a power marker over here. It's comet power versus fire power. Now, at the beginning of each round, you're going to get movement cubes that you're going to use to move your angels equal to wherever your power is. Your power is also going to be used to play cards. If you have no power, you still get one movement cube. Each turn you can bring out one angel, and your angels always come out face down like this. On a future turn, you'll be able to flip them up and then start moving them around the board. If they move onto this spot, you get to draw another card. If they move here or here, you can add one or two to your power. Many of the angels also have special abilities when you play them. For example, this guy here, who's Zalkiel, you add one to your power meter when this guy is activated. Now, so you're going to draw movement cards your turn. You can play an angel face down. You can only have so many angels on the board. You then move your angels. Each angel has a maximum movement. So even if I have 5 cubes, this guy can only move 2. Now you're going to want to attack other angels and get into their spots. So as the game goes on, let's say, for example, that I'm going to be fighting against this nasty looking guy here, Wormwood. Okay, Wormwood's pretty powerful. He's worth 7 points if he gets onto my side. So if I'm attacking Wormwood, if I attack from the front, it's water versus water, which is a tie. Then we compare our rankings, so 7 will beat 3. So that's a loss. I don't want to do that. If I attack him from the side, it's fire versus fire. If I attack him here, it's earth versus earth. So really, no good way to attack him unless I attack him from the back. Nope. He blocks me on every side. He is the same thing. So hopefully I can use somebody else to attack him. Like, for example, this guy here, Aristoth. Now when I attack him here, I'm going to attack water against earth. Well, earth beats water. Water beats fire. Fire beats earth. Oh, so here's earth and fire. Yay. There. No, fire beats earth. I'm going to keep losing no matter what. So you have to remember that earth beats water, water beats fire. And I'm probably showing this guy just happens to have the stuff in the right corners. And so you're going to look around the board. You're going to look at your people, look at your grid. And I'm really kind of surprised that they didn't make fire red, water blue, and earth a different color. It would have been so easy to remember to just glance at them. As it is, this is not a very big compass. You have to kind of like squint and look at it all the time. And then it's easy to remember that water beats fire, but I always get the other ones mixed up. But anyhow, if you kill someone, they're gone. Yay. If you are both the same level and the same element when you attack each other, then you're both gone. And that's basically the main part of the game. There are special cards you can play, like for example, this costs a power to play it. Gain 3 additional movement cubes. Maximum movement rules must still be followed. Here, when played, this allows your active angels to move more than their movement allowed. So I can move my angels much farther. And then there are pillars. Here's a pillar of water. When I play a pillar of water on my angel, I'll take one of my angels and put water on it. When I do that and someone attacks me, they have to attack me no matter where the side they attack me from. They are attacking water first. When they beat the water, then they can attack me on my regular side and kill me. So it gives you another chance to attack someone. You can even attack angels that haven't been turned over yet, but then you're kind of just randomly guessing and hoping you can attack them. Also, each of the decks has kind of a leader in the deck. I think it's Gabriel, and I forget who the other person is. You can see here that this person here is fire all around, and this person is earth all around. And here is Azrael, who took over for Batman when Batman wasn't able. Okay, it's a different one. So you have all these different people in here, and there's Michael with water. But each side has a leader. Here's the leader for the good guys, Gabriel. Okay, Gabriel is the infinity symbol. He beats everyone he attacks. The problem is your maximum power pool is 4 while this angel is active. But still, I mean, come on, when he's out on the board, he can only move 1 each turn, but he's going to kill everything he comes across. So anyway, the first person to get 35 points is the winner, or if players run out of their decks and they can't draw anymore, then the highest point total is the winner. I like some of the graphic design. I like the box. The board looks pretty cool. The cards, though, I do not like. That compass grid that's so very important on the cards is, like I said, it should have been colored or at least made bigger. The special abilities on the angels are really small. I mean, you have to kind of squint to look at them. And the artwork is, it's not my style. I'm not going to say it's bad, but not my style. The whole thing is just, it's kind of, when you look at your opponents and you look at their angels on the board, it's really hard to differentiate them. They all kind of look the same, and yours all kind of look the same. The rock, paper, scissors thing is really not that interesting. It's not like, ooh, this guy's awesome because he's all fire, and this guy has 3 water in the front and 2 fire in the sides. None of that means anything because it's just kind of like a random thing. They're randomly put on the side. If I could pull out any angel I want, I could say, oh, he has lots of fire angels. I'll bring out some angels with water on them, but not really. You're kind of dealing with the hand that you're dealt. And so you go up to attack them, and you're like, oh, okay, that rock, that fire, water, earth thing, that simply means what direction do I attack them from? Oh, look, I can't attack them from any direction. So what do? I'll play a special card. No special cards affect this. Okay, then I'm just going to sit there and die. And that's kind of how the game goes. The pillars are incredibly strong. Not only they give you an extra point if you carry one into the end zone, but they're also a very good defensive thing. And if you draw pillars at the beginning of the game, you can get them on some of your good angels, you go out. And speaking of strong, that Gabriel guy and his opponent, Baden, I think his name is, they're just insanely powerful. And if I get mine right away, it's like this. Hey, look, I'm walking towards your end 9. What are you going to do? Oh, I know what you're going to do. Nothing. You say, well, Vasel, you only have 4 power instead of 5. I'll deal. Okay? It's tough. It's tough to go down to 4 power zones and yet have my most powerful guy and give me 10 out of the 35 points I need. This game feels like it was trying to emulate games like Summoner Wars and that kind of ilk, but it feels really inferior to that. The theme is barely there. It's abstract but chaotic, which, does anyone really like that? Do the people like an abstract, chaotic game? I would imagine people can deal with a level of chaos if there's a strong theme, and I'm not seeing a strong theme here. And no, it was just boring. Boring. I wanted to like it. I like these 2-player versus type games. There's a lot of them out there right now, but this is not one. That I know they put effort into the backstory, and obviously they put effort into finding an artist, but the whole thing just does not come together in a very good package, and I foresee this one won't be on shelves for very long. So, unfortunately, not one I can recommend. Regnum, Angelica. Dice Tower Judgment, boring.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.
Yeah.